Hello, everybody. Today, how's my third grade team doing today? All right. Hopefully, you like this video. It's about area. Area. All right. Anyhow, let's go ahead and go over it, and hope you like it, guys. I'm doing a different angle too on this camera thing, so hopefully it works out better for us, right? So, what is area? Area is the inside space of a shape. The area is covered in square units, and the units are evenly divided. As you can see in this picture, we have a shape, right? And in this shape, we have the tiny little cubes here, which are evenly created here, right? So as you can see, this is a shape with cubes inside, and that is our area, right? Everything inside there, it's our area. Let's go to the next part. Next slide. Using multiplications to find the area. So how do we find this area? Well, for starters, we could count each square cube that's in a little square that's inside that shape. All right, so let's go ahead and do that in that way to figure out the area. So here we go. We could do first show you. Hey, wait a minute. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So our area is 16. Not only that, wait a minute, did I describe the other stuff, guys? Not yet. All right, so 16 is our area, right? I wrote down 16. Not only that, it's square units, because they're squares and they're unit squares that we're doing. So its area is equal to 16 square units, right? Since we know our facts, so let's go read this. Since we know our facts, all we need to do is count the rows and the columns and multiply them. Move this over. Wait a minute. See, that's the problem about zooming in. All right, so we can multiply them to get the area. I will demonstrate here where I am. I'm going to demonstrate how I do that. Let's go ahead and count our rows and columns here. So we have, how many rows? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to multiply by 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we're going to multiply 4 times 4, and our answer is 16. All right, so that's how we would solve this answer. 4 times 4 equals 16 square, and then it's units, right? Ugly units, square units, right? So what is it? It is our one side, which is our height, and times width, right? Equals A. That would be a formula of some sort to figure out the answer, which is our height of the shape times the width of the shape equals our area. So let's move on to in this area topic. Close that out. Odd shapes. Let's talk about odd shapes. Now you can see this is not a full square or a rectangle that looks perfectly shaped out. We have a shape here that a piece is missing and it's not there, right? So how can we find the area in this shape? Well, the same thing. Here we have, let's figure it out. Okay, guys, let's go. Here we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So our area equals 12. Once again, square units, right? But I mean, the easiest way is to count them off and shade them in as we go. Or you could number them as we go as well. All right. So we could just go on and make it easier. You could just number them as we go, right? Example. Here we are. I could have just gone 1. Why am I not being able to write? Oh. Say 1. Okay. Oh, because I'm not in the pin version. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Same thing, right? Counting them off. Well, now I'm putting a number in each individual square. So, what do you think? I mean, is that hard? No, it's not. The piece is missing. Another form, I guess we could have done it. It makes it even harder. We won't discuss right now, I guess, because it's gonna maybe confuse you. But as we can see here, let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so let's say we're looking at this shape here, right? And we're trying to figure out the area, and this is how we would do it. Like when you use our multiplication facts, right? So there's multiple steps to figure it out. If this shape was odd or different for other shapes, it would make more sense to do maybe these steps. But for this one, not really. But we're gonna go ahead and practice it with this simple step, with this simple shape. Okay, so all right. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 4, and then times the 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So 4 times 4 equals 16 square units. We have 1, 2 here, 1, 2, and this shape here is the one that is no longer available. So that is basically 2 times 2, right? That equals 4. So out of the 16 square units, we take away the 4 square units. Gives us 12 square units, which is the same answer of area that we have available here. So in this shape, our area here would be 12 square units. See how we solve that way as well? Once again, this is just in case we end up with weird shapes that we can't figure out, but this is how we would figure that out when it's a different shape or not shape. We find the both areas, we subtract one area of the shape that's being taken away from there or no longer existing there, but we first include it, okay? So let me erase that. Let's go to our next slide. Also, I want to talk about how different shapes, same area. Sometimes the shapes might be a little different or look different, but doesn't necessarily mean that the area is different, right? So here are some of the different shapes that I have, and they're different with the same area. Why are they the same area? Well, if the same size and the shape tiles are used in each shape, then it doesn't matter how they are arranged when put together. I will demonstrate. For example, as you can see in this picture, this shape right here, as you can see, this shape here, they're all the same, right? All the same, but there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm going to demonstrate to you is, like, if I put this, oops, let me go undo that one. Okay, so does I move it? Okay, so if I arrange it there and I put this other shape here next to it, and I put them together, as you can see, like while I'm putting them together and I'm changing their size. Oops, that one kind of changed its size. I don't know why it doesn't let me move it easily. Okay, so Anyhow, as you can see, at the very beginning, these shapes were together, and it didn't matter how they were shaped. I'm sorry they're not together, but supposedly they're supposed to be together right there. As you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the same shapes are being used, the same size, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and same here, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so let me see. Woo. We have the same 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes. So we have the same squares in each one. The same cubes, squares. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all these shapes are different, but they have the same area, right? It doesn't matter how they were arranged or placed. Now, if it was me putting another square here, for example, if I had the same those squares here, 1, 2, and 3, those squares that's the area of 3, right? Area equals 3, and then if I put them this way, the same little squares also equals area 3, right? And then if I put them going up and down, just straight up and down, the area is also 3, because I'm using the same 3, right, guys? So it doesn't matter how would I arrange that, it still equals 3, right? So all these have the same area of 3 because there's 3 squares used, and just arranged differently, creating different shapes. So that's what the slide is about, to show that the shapes may be different, but that they have the same area. Okay, so go ahead, erase that part, go to the next slide, and we're gonna answer some questions. All right, here's the part where I do and demonstrate how to solve this, right? So what is the area of the shaded figure? Area of shaded figure. We're looking for the shaded area. This is where the questions become tricky. We don't want to know the area of the whole thing, right? The area of the whole thing would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the area of the entire shape. But since I don't want just the whole shape, I only want to know what's the shaded part here, then that's all I focus on, right? So I will focus on that, and I'm only focusing on the shaded area. So my shaded area includes just this particular one here. That's just 1, so I just count that 1. So my answer should be 1 square unit. Not 4 square units, okay, and not 8 square units. We're talking about only the shaded area, shaded. So that is my answer, right, guys? So make sure that you read the question carefully and not just go, what is the area? And finish your reading there. Do not be lazy. We have to finish it all the way through. We have to make sure we identify what the question is asking us, and we have to read it carefully, and then we have to read it more than once, and we focus on what they're actually asking us here. So I shaded in 1, and that's all it is. My answer, 1 square unit. Remember, square unit because they're little squares, and that's what you call it. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Here in this slide, it says, what multiplication problem could be used to find the area? Remember, we talked about how we can solve the area using multiplication facts. And since we know our facts, then this should be very simple or easy for us to do. So let's count the first, our height. We have 1. Oh, doesn't let me write. We have 1 and 2. So I'm multiplying 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 5 equals what? So 2. So the problem is 2 times 5 equals 10. That is our moment. Erase this part. Remember what the question asked us. The question said, what is the multiplication fact? That's what we're looking for, a multiplication fact. And the multiplication fact said that multiplication problem. And our area equals 10. So 1 times 5 equals 5. Next one, 5 times 3 equals 15. And 2 times 5 equals 10. So we know that if we were to solve for the problem, we know that the one we're looking for has to have a 10 as this product. So 2 times 5 equals 10. And that is our answer for that question. Okay? And also we could check it by even counting here to be sure. Sorry guys. So we can count it here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we could have done that as well. But they asked us for multiplication facts, and that's what we worked for, and that's what we did. So let's go ahead and erase that. And it's time for you to put to work what you've learned and practice. All right, so now we're going to show you the work. Please show me the work, do your best on it. And remember to post it on Class Dojo, what you've done. Show me work of the problems and click on the bottom below. Don't forget to click below. You see me pointing down on my little guy there. Me telling you to click below, all right guys? Down here, there's a button connected to this video, the link on the bottom, so you could just go ahead and show me what you've learned. And let's put it to practice. All right guys, make sure you stay focused. Please stay safe. Don't forget to get on those resources and 30 minutes a day. All right guys, bye. Hope you like it.